Welcome everybody, we got an amazing show tonight. Happy Remembrance Day. We're going to talk about how and why Bunky life helps the world. Hey Byron Boyer, hey Joel L. Elliott, hey Mark Dunkley. If you're tuning in, guys, where are you tuning in from? Got some Karen's from Brampton. And scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for Sunday? We're going to be announcing the winner of the $10,000 Win a Bunkie Contest. Time I hear bagpipes, I think of my grandfather working his fingers to the bone, working this field that he owned, simultaneously proud and so ashamed. Every time I hear bagpipes, every time I hear bagpipes, I feel the blood of my ancestors before, risking and striving to give me something more. I'm simultaneously proud and so ashamed. Every time I hear bagpipes, I can't be the only one here tonight, pining for a slower, simpler life. Every time I hear bagpipes, time I hear bagpipes, I feel the march of the soldiers' feet, sacrificing and dying for children they will never meet. I'm simultaneously proud and so ashamed. Every time I hear bagpipes, I can't be the only one here tonight, fighting for a slow, simpler life. Every time I hear bagpipes, every time I hear bagpipes. Now that's my Remembrance Day song. So, guys, I've seen a lot of 10s. People are very excited about this the finale of the contest, which is happening in just 3 days. Sunday, November 14th. We're all going to be together at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There'll be a live stream just like this. And we'll be talking about we're going to draw the winner live. Tonight's a really special live stream, so thanks so much for taking the time to tune in. It's going to be a real great time. So here's what we're going to be talking about tonight. I'm going to be talking a little bit about the upcoming sale. I'm going to play that video that me and Evie filmed the other day. And then we'll explain, I guess a little bit about the sale. And then I'm going to tell my family story, why we do what we do. And then at the end, I'll talk about a little bit about Bunky Life Gives, which has been something we've been doing for, I guess, 2 years now. Really exciting. So before let's go into what's coming up next. So tonight we're doing how and why Bunky Life helps the world. And as I said, Sunday the 14th, we're announcing the winner. And then immediately after that, the amazing autumn sale starts for exactly 1 week. So it'll be on until November 21st. And to tell you more about that, there's me and Evie with a funny video we did yesterday. Hi everybody, I'm David Fraser, owner of Bunky Life.
I'm Evie Fraser, future owner of Bunky Life.
And we're here to tell you today about something amazing.
Yeah.
We're happy to announce our second annual Amazing Autumn Sale.
You can get $500 off our standard loft bunkies.
And
$1,000
off either a hot tub or a sauna.
Isn't that awesome?
Isn't that awesome? Just in time for winter.
But wait, there's more.
If you purchase a bunkie between now and November 21st when the sale ends, you'll be entered into a special draw to win a hot tub, sauna, or $4,000 Bunky Life gift certificate. Your choice.
Also, your lock and your 2022 price.
That's right. Your price is locked no matter what happens in the wood, lumber, and bunkie market. So don't wait. Buy before November 21st and you'll get the amazing autumn sale. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. So get your hot tubs and get your bunkies.
All right, guys. So let's get, and by guys I mean ladies and gentlemen, let's get into tonight's presentation. This is who we are and who we help. So first of all, Bunky Life is family life. We're a family business located outside of Erin, Ontario, which is kind of north of Georgetown, Oakville area, if you know where that is, kind of outside the GTA. And we serve all of Canada. So you notice there's people on this live stream from Halifax, like Luann Cooper here. There's people from Oliphant, Ontario. There's people from all over, but we serve, and there's even someone from Thunder Bay, which is cool. So we got people from all over Ontario and all over Canada. But primarily, we live in Erin, Ontario. So that's kind of thing. Here's a few things we're proud of. We've been lucky enough to be featured on HGTV's Family Home Overhaul. We've also been on CTV's Made Right Here. And you may see us on a show very shortly on CBC, a national show that may or may not rhyme with Ragan's Hen. That's coming up in a few weeks. We've also just released a book called Bunky Life Extra Space. And what this book is, it's my own family story, which I'm going to go into on this presentation, as well as lots and lots of stories of Bunky Lifer people that have, just like you, made the leap, built their own bunkie and the results they got. And there's a lot of how-to stuff, like all the stuff we talk about in live streams, how to put your roof on, how to do your foundation, different ideas like that. It's hundreds of pages of awesome bunkie photos. It's kind of like a great coffee table book that gets conversation going, and there's a real emotional kind of arc to the story as well. So that's something we're really proud of. And all the proceeds go to charity, as we'll talk about later. Also, we put out the Bunky Life connection cards, which are a little pack of cards, kind of standard playing cards, but they're also 52 kind of conversation-provoking questions that you can ask each other. It's a great little thing for around the card table or at the cottage or wherever you get together with friends and family. We've so far raised over $35,000. Actually, that's probably a little bit outdated. We've raised over that for Ronald McDonald House Charities, and we've completed over 7 Make-A-Wish builds this past year. But ultimately, we're the proudest of the successes of our Bunky Life clients. Every week, we try to post a different story of a Bunky Lifer that's, used the bunkie to create extra space for their friends and family. And so you'll notice that on our website. We try to talk about how awesome our clients are, and they really are fantastic, as you can tell from these beautiful decorations. So a lot of people ask us, how did Bunky Life start? Well, basically, in a nutshell, it started from my own problem. So we live, like I said, we live outside of Erin, and we came up with the problem of my in-laws live 4 hours away, my mom and dad live 4 hours away. Where are we going to put mom and dad when they come to visit? And so we looked into tons of different options, and we decided on a bunkie. So we built our very first bunkie in 2015. This is a photo of us building it down here on the right, and my dad and my father-in-law and myself after semi-completing the bunkie there. We built it in a weekend, and we started renting it out on Airbnb, and we've been hooked ever since. So we've had hundreds and hundreds of guests since prior to COVID, and just had an amazing time meeting people from all over the world. And everybody was like, "Oh man, I love these bunkies. Can you get me a bunkie?" And that's when we started, seriously selling them. So Bunky Life as a company started in 2017 with a dream, basically, to help create a world where families everywhere have a place to unite, unwind, and unplug. And we've gone from just a local little Ontario business to coast across Canada. Now, who do we help? We have a couple of mottos. The first one is family first. Our clients are often hardworking, busy, small business owners, professionals, family people that have a family cottage. They have generally 3 major problems, just like I did prior to building my bunkie. Number 1, not enough space. This can lead to being cramped, disappointed, even embarrassed. The family escape becomes a bone of contention. And a lot of times friends and family, kind of cut their stay short, or worst case scenario, don't even come at all. And secondly, a lot of people are just kind of unaware of what the possibilities are. What are the rules in my area? What should I do? Should I renovate? Should I throw a ghetto trailer in the backyard? Should I, convert the bedroom? Should I sell my beloved cottage and buy something bigger? There's a lot of unknowns, and people don't know, have a good idea of what's going to cost and what what they're up against. So most people just kind of end up doing nothing and just kind of living with the situation. A lot of this lack of space culminates essentially in not enough time. Moments of connection with each other are very rare. And as I know all too well, my Evie's now 8. I blinked and she turned 8. Our kids and grandkids are growing up. And I think a fear a lot of our clients have is that, they're growing up and we're missing it. To put things in perspective, if you imagine all the time you'll ever spend with your kids as a bag of Skittles, by the time your kids turn 18, you will have used every single Skittle up except 2. So these are kind of sobering thoughts, but they make me realize how important it is to grab on those moments with your friends and family while you can. And here's how we help. Motto number 2 is surprise and delight our clients. So first and foremost, you probably have noticed we're the leaders when it comes to helpful educational videos and content. We want to really help people understand what their options are. We want to help them through the planning process, the building process. We ultimately want to be the trusted go-to source for information, whether you end up buying from us or not. And then, of course, we have our standard core offering, which is our easy-to-build Bunky Life kit. Beautiful on the inside and out, easily built for most people in a weekend without needing a permit in most places in Ontario and across Canada, or a second mortgage. And then we also have a built-for-you option as well. Someone needs extra help, they don't want to DIY. We have a large list of bunkie installers who can handle everything, and our standard kits are kind of 3-season, but you can add some insulation, bring it to a year-round use. And the kits are really, it's a fun weekend for a bunch of semi-ish handy people to put together. And then ultimately we give people their quality time with each other. We're here to help our clients get their time back with the people who matter most. And then fourthly, for people that are clients, people who've kind of joined into our conspiracy to change the world, we have the Bunky Life kind of private community. So these are people that have purchased bunkies and are, we have a kind of a group of 600 different Bunky Lifers. We all share information with each other, different ideas and tips and tricks, and people are getting a lot of value out of that. So we'll often do volunteer opportunities if you want to help out with the Make-A-Wish builds. Well, we've done that a lot. We have in-person events for our Bunky Life clients and community, and we participate together in giving back, which we'll talk about in a bit. So why do we do this? Is kind of a great question. So essentially, for us, Bunky Life was something we initially built for my mom and dad. But what we realized later, it became a lot more than that. So for those of you who haven't heard my story, back in 2018 was, kind of the first year Bunky life was kind of creeping up. We had our daughter Evie, who was awesome, great kid. And then unfortunately, after we had Evie, we had 2 miscarriages kind of back to back. And it was around 9 or 10 weeks. People were telling us, oh, this is kind of, a common thing. So they put us on progesterone, aspirin, these type of things, and said, hey, if you kind of follow this regimen, you're less likely to have miscarriage. And these are flukes; these happen a lot, and it's something that not a lot of people talk about. So we kind of just rolled with it, and then we had our second daughter, Hope, who is just a fantastic kid as well. She's 5 now. And we kind of thought, okay, we're out of the woods. All we need to do is take this baby aspirin and we can have kids. And then we've always had this dream of having a big family. And so, a few years went by. Hope was old enough to kind of walk and stuff. And so we thought, oh, maybe it's time to have, baby number 3. And we got pregnant, and we kind of held our breath until like the 10-week, 11-week mark, because for us, that's when we had lost the 2 babies prior. And we got through that because we were taking the aspirin, we were taking the progesterone. Carrie was very regimented about that type of thing. And so we were out of the woods, and we were so excited. We were just so excited. I remember distinctly a day we told Evie and Hope. They were sitting on the couch and they were jumping up and down. And they were so excited. We're going to have a baby, brother, sister. And they started putting their toys aside. Oh, this will be for the baby. And they were old enough to kind of appreciate how exciting that is. And so, things were going good. We were getting ultrasounds and that sort of thing. And then all of a sudden, week 16 or 17, we went for an ultrasound and we just got the worst news. There was no heartbeat. And baby number 3 was a tough loss, because at this point it wasn't a fluke. It was a pattern. And I remember just, how hard it hit my wife, and how hard it was for me to kind of watch that happen and be so helpless to help her. And during this time, like I said, this is 2018. Bunky life was really just kind of taking off, and I was traveling around building people's bunkies, and it was just chaos. And we were so fortunate to have friends and family come alongside us, pray for us, reach out to us, just let us talk to them and grieve with them. And Carrie's parents dropped everything, and they came and they stayed with us, which made an enormous difference for us. We gathered up our courage again, and we got pregnant again right away. And then in July of 2018, we lost baby number 4. And similar, like around 16, 17 weeks, which is kind of not a great time. It's more complicated when you lose a baby that far along. And it was just so hard. And I can tell you that if my parents and Carrie's parents hadn't come alongside us, we would not have been able to get through that, because we had 2 other kids we still needed to care for. And we had people we needed to not let down that had bought a bunkie, and that time I was playing weddings. So we were playing weddings and doing bunkies. And just having Carrie's parents come and be with us and stay with us, and my parents come as well, it just made all the difference. And so, I can understand why when people are going through these hard times, they just want to go numb and they want to just kind of forget about the world and medicate with different things. I totally get that. And we got to a really tough place. And fortunately, we had our friends, we had our family come alongside us. And I remember the words of a really close friend that had lost 6 babies himself with him and his wife. And they finally had, on the 7th pregnancy, they had their daughter. I remember he said, David, you can't wallow in this. Like, if you could talk to these babies and they could talk to you, what do you think they would say? Do you think they would want you to lie down and just give up? Or do you think they would want you to go on and be the father you need to be for the 2 children you do have, and to be the husband you need to be for your wife now? And I think they would say, Daddy, we can't comfort mom and we can't play with our sister, but you can. And I think that for me was a turning point where I realized, these things happen. We don't know why they happen, but they do happen for a reason. And I remember praying, God, how are you going to use this for good? And so one thing we've realized, we have a number of friends that have had similar situations. One of my good friends, his daughter was born, and right before she was born, they realized there was something wrong with her, and she needed like this last minute surgery and like a long stay at the hospital in Toronto. And so what happened was they ended up staying right near sick kids at Ronald McDonald House. And I also met, when I was in the hospital with another baby, I met another dad, and he was staying there as well. And he was from like 2 hours away, and it just wouldn't have been possible. And I realized going through this process that we had built this little Ronald McDonald House on our hill where our parents could come and stay, be close to us while we were going through this tough time, and support us and be there for us and our kids. And I realized like how much that of a difference that made. And so that's why we've decided, that's why the whole Ronald McDonald, why it ties into what we do. So, we've pledged since basically last year that for every bunkie kit we'll sell, we'll donate a night's stay to a family that really needs it. Like I said, this makes a real difference. For some people, it's the difference between being there for their sick child or not. And for some people, it means being able to do that, being able to afford that without going into like serious debt and financial ruin in some cases. So it makes a real difference, and that's kind of why. And I like to kind of end this story with the fact that like we tried again, and in the middle of that pregnancy, we found out what was wrong with Carrie. And to make a long story short, she needs to take this special med. It's kind of expensive, but we were able to have our third daughter, Declan, who's now almost 2. So, we could not have done this without the support of the Bunky Life community supporting us, without our friends and family coming. And it ties together into that idea that, having the space for that meaningful connection is so key. And the Bunky enabled us to do that. It was in our backyard. Our parents could come and do their thing and support us. So made a huge difference in our lives. So that's kind of, the why behind why we do what we do. So we talked a little bit about kind of where we got our start, where we are, who we are. We're ultimately the heart. We're still a family business, even though we are growing. And we talked a little bit about my own struggles, my own family's situation, and how it's come together in a way that we would have never predicted. We probably wouldn't have asked for it to happen. But looking back on it, I can see how important it is to connect with family and have them there and be there for each other. So what I want to invite you guys to do tonight, if there's going to be kind of a couple different categories of people, and it's totally okay. There's going to be people watching the live stream that are just like, hey, I just want the free bunkie. Totally fine. There's people that like are kind of our bunkie lifers, and there's people that are just like here for the fun, and that's totally fine. Like seriously, no pressure. But then there's going to be people that are like, I think this might be the right fit for our situation, whether that's our backyard or cottage or whatever your scenario. If that's you, we'd like to invite you to participate. So like I said, every time someone buys a bunkie, we donate a night's stay, and that's one way you can give. If you're not ready yet, if you're kind of somewhere on that journey, you're not quite ready, what I'd invite you to do is buy a Bunky Life book. So all the proceeds from the Bunky Life book go to Ronald McDonald House. And it's a beautiful hardcover book. If you buy it during this thing, I will sign it personally for you. It makes a great conversation piece around the coffee table or the cottage or whatever. Or you can buy Bunky Life cards. We've got all those there. But if that doesn't make sense for you, that's totally fine too. But I do want to encourage everybody, if you've been moved by our story, I hope it's made an impact on you. I want to invite everybody to participate. So we usually do, basically I want to show you about kind of our Bunky Life Gives thing. So we do, basically throughout the year, we ask people to donate and we kind of put it all together. So if you go to bunkylife.com/gives, it'll take you right to Ronald McDonald's Canada's website, and you can enter your details. And we kind of put that all together. And then also at the end of the year, we donate a big lump sum based on our sales, like I talked about. So I'm going to actually do that. I have a recording of me doing that right now. I'm going to play to show you exactly how to do that. And if you're interested in participating, you can just you can type in Bunky Life Gives as a comment if you're on Facebook, and it might message you. If not, we'll follow up with you. But you can just do this on your own time, and it'd be kind of cool to do it all together tonight. You can give us, $1 is fine. It doesn't have to be a big amount. It's not about the amount. It's about the meaning and the thought behind it. So, but whatever you do it before you go to bed. Make a commitment right now. Type in Bunky Life Gives to publicly say, hey, I'm going to do this. Whether that's buying a book, just donating, or buying a bunkie, it doesn't matter. And anyone who gives any amount to Ronald McDonald House, I will personally give you a copy of my latest album, which is like a 12-song album. And I think that song I played is on it too. Just as a gift for saying, hey, thanks for participating with us and giving with us. All right. So I'm going to lead the charge here. I'm going to donate $50 or something like that. And you can see how it's pretty easy to do. And then I'll just kind of share something at the end, and we'll go from there. All right, I'm going to do a quick video here on how to donate to Ronald McDonald House. So what you want to do is you want to type in bunkylife.com/give. That should forward you right to Ronald McDonald House Canada.ca. And we've set up a page here that's just for the Bunky Life 2021 campaign. And so you want to scroll down here. Last year we gave over $35,000 as a group in the business. And this year the goal is $50,000. I think we can do it. So I'm going to click, and I'm going to start. The small snowball is going to roll down the hill and become an avalanche here. So I'm going to start it with, I'm going to do $100. And not 50,000, 100. Start with 100. And then you're going to click next step. Type of donation, whether your personal or business is cool. I'm going to leave a comment, sure. Am I making my donation in honor of someone special? I think yes, but I don't want to complicate it, so I'm just going to put no for now. Then you're going to enter your details here, and then you're going to go to billing information. So Mr. David Fraser. It's automatically typing everything in for me. Then I'm going to go to billing information. You're going to enter your details here. I'm going to skip this. I'm going to cut this phase out so you don't see my credit card details. And once that's entered in, you're going to click review and submit. Make sure you click I'm not a robot. There you go. It really is that easy. And then the cool thing about this now, unlike previous years, when you give, it'll show, hey, we got $100. So as we do this together, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it'll all be automatically tracked. So very excited about that. All right, that's pretty much all there is to it. So that's super simple to do. And if you're typing in Bunky Life Gives into the Facebook thing, it may or may, like, we have a thing set up where it might, take you through the process. That'd be cool. And if anybody wants to order a bunkie, like I say, between now and November 15th, we have a pretty good sale. Guys, I'm excited to see, every time I do this, I get pretty pumped to see that, what is the generosity of the Bunky Life community. It always exceeds my expectations. I really do believe in putting family first. And being there for each other is one of the most meaningfully profound and joyful things we can do as human beings. So hope tonight and this contest has inspired you to create space for more connection with the people in your life. We'll be reporting back on, how did we do? What was the result of everyone's pledges and donations? The code word for tonight is family first. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on Sunday. All the best.